Good evening, guys, and happy Tuesday to all of your sunshiny faces. So guys, I actually have to update my planner because I have, ever since like last week when I got my desk cleaned off, I have been using my planner since then. So I've been like staying on top of, you know, like checking things off. I don't know if I did necessarily on the weekends, but the weekend, honestly, it's kind of a toss-up for me. And like the reason I normally write in my planner and like check things off is because I tend to be in my room like on most days during the week, so it's easier for me to like go back to my planner, check to see what I have written down, and like check things off on there, versus like on the weekends a lot of times I don't spend as much time in my room. Like, you know, I'm out in the living room, or we're gone, we're doing something, you know, again, we're going to the grocery store, we're going and running errands, we're you know, going out to, you know, go and see a movie, something like that, whatever. Just not often, you know, in my room enough to be checking my planner to be like, oh, what else is on here that I could be doing? And because we are doing things and like we have more of a freedom to kind of do more things on the weekends. Normally I don't try and stick to my planner very often on the weekends, because again too, it's just like, you know, like if we have a plan, it's normally like a family combined plan, in which case I don't need to go back and check my planner for that. If it's like, oh, we want to go and, you know, get this thing done today, you know, like we want to go and, you know, again, paint the upstairs, you know, or whatever it was, like those kind of things, especially when we were doing like projects and that kind of stuff. It was kind of like everybody kind of knew the steps that we were at, or we'd kind of like talk about it a little bit, like, okay, well this weekend we need to make sure we do this thing, or we need to make sure that this stuff gets done, or whatever, you know, like over the weekend or something. And so it's less of a like, I have personal things that need to get done on the weekend, because I try and just be available for whatever the kind of family plans are. So that's why I think, like I said, over this weekend I didn't really write, you know, like check anything off that much. But I think the end of the week, like Thursday or Friday of last week, I did write down in my planner, and I was like, you know, checking stuff off. And then I did today and yesterday as well. That's the thing too, I did get to laundry today. I also ended up editing today, and I ended up getting to my grocery list. I made my grocery list for Meijer, so we might go to Meijer tomorrow. The plan was, and like as soon as football was over, I think my dad had started saying this, he was like, oh, we're gonna try and go to Meijer on Wednesdays. And I think maybe even while football was still going on, like the plan was to try and go to Meijer on Wednesdays. However, that, I don't know like what happened. And then like last week too, it was just weird because last week was like the first week we went and, you know, started doing the grocery shopping stuff again since Christmas, you know, before Christmas. And that's when we weren't doing as many of like the other grocery stores. So you know, we weren't going to like Jewel and to Meijer and like, you know, doing like more of the couponing kind of, you know, sale shopping and stuff like that at those stores. And so we hadn't gone, like I said, in a couple weeks. It was like those 3 weeks between like Christmas and New Year's. And then, you know, last week was the first week, but I kind of had assumed we were going on Wednesday, and then my dad never said anything, and then we weren't. So I don't necessarily know for sure 100%. Like I said that though, I was like, okay, well, can we plan on like Wednesdays are normally like the day we're gonna go to Meijer? And my dad was like, sure. Now I didn't remind him or say anything to him yesterday or like today in anticipation for tomorrow. I'm hoping that he still remembers that that was kind of the plan, was to go tomorrow. I don't have all that much stuff that we have to get from Meijer tomorrow. It's a little bit of a shorter list, mostly with the exception of I think 2 things. Those were 2 coupons deals that I did like from last week that ended up like resetting, so they're available again for this week. A few of them were new ones, or a couple of them were ones that I ended up originally thinking I was going to do, passed on, and then didn't end up doing them because we had a lot of stuff going on from last week, like at Meijer. So like I said, there was a handful of those things as well, and then a few new coupons that I saw. But other than that, they still had that 7 for 7 sale that was running again. And so a couple of those things I might end up doing, either just a few more of the things that we did from last week anyway, but like getting more of the like cotton balls and cotton swabs and like the cotton pads and stuff like that. I don't really think I'm probably not going to do any more of those. I might pick up another thing of those like cotton rounds, like the cotton round pads. Those ones were, I thought, like a really good deal, and my mom and me use them a lot for like taking off makeup and like that kind of stuff. So I feel like it's worth it to have those. And I know at Walmart they're at least like $2 something, so to get them for only $1 I feel like is a really good price. And like I said, I know my mom will use a lot of those as well. But like the other stuff, like we bought a ton of, you know, like cotton swabs and the cotton balls and stuff like that, more than we, you know, will like use probably, hopefully by the time they have the sale again, you know, and even probably for longer than that if they don't have that included in the sale for a while. So again, there wasn't all that much stuff at Meijer, and if we just have to go there, it won't be too bad. Also too, it's slowly starting to get a little bit warmer here. Like it's, again, at night it's still really cold, but it's supposed to be like getting warmer and warmer. But I saw, I think like Tuesday and Wednesday, maybe Thursday of next week, it's supposed to rain. So it's going to be very warm compared to this negative, like, you know, 17 degrees, I think was one day. And that was without the wind chill. Like that wasn't even the real feel. So, you know, it was, like I said, kind of cold out. It has been, but it's like slowly getting a little bit warmer. So we might go tomorrow again. We might try and go a different day, but like ideally, what the plan was like Meijer on Wednesdays, then my dad would stop at like Tony's and Caputo's on Thursday or possibly on Friday. He would normally go on his way home from work, but if like he was really busy on Thursday, just didn't want to go, wasn't feeling good, whatever, then he always had like Friday that he could go as well. So that way he kind of had like 2 days to pick from, but ideally to like have the list ready for him to go either Thursday or Friday. And then again to plan on Meijer for Wednesday. But if we can't, we have to push it back a day, like that still works, then we can do Meijer on Wednesday, and then possibly Tony's and Caputo's my dad can do after work on Friday. You know, and then worst comes to worst, like it did last week, where he can go on Saturday, but that was because of the winter storm on Friday. So that's why all the shopping we did on Saturday, which was a long day, but we got it all done and relatively early. I actually kind of thought it was going to be like an all day thing, and we still got it done somewhat early, especially too by like coming home, and then like, you know, like my dad did the first 2 stores and we did the other 3 after that, and we still like got everything done in what I feel like was kind of a timely manner. Like we weren't out all day long. It was like early afternoon, I think, by the time we were finally done. So anyways, back to the planner thing though. I've been checking off and, like I said, marking my things that I wanted to get done in like Meijer's grocery list. I finished that, so that's done. I'm ready to go. I started even working on jewels while I was editing another vlog, so that's also awesome. I have at least like started that, which wasn't in my planner until like tomorrow, and to finish it up by like Thursday, but to try and do like Tony's and Caputo's tomorrow, and then like finish Jewel and Aldi by Thursday so that we can go there on Saturday and I don't have to worry about Friday, because sometimes too Friday nights are more like, again, like family movie night, or like we'll do something together on Friday night. And again too, it's one of those like trying to be more flexible on like Friday nights, just like kind of I am on the weekends more, where, you know, like I said, we'll end up doing something on Thursday. So I don't want to be like, oh, okay, like after we're done watching the movie, now I have to go and make my grocery list so we can go to the stores on Saturday. Like that's kind of a pain. So I want to try and make sure that I have it done earlier. And like I said, writing it out in my planner helps me remember too, like, oh, what day is it and what do I have to get done in anticipation for, again, grocery shopping or just like other things like that as well. So like I said, I am back to using my planner. I feel like, again too, like I've been telling you guys, like as my room has been, you know, as I've cleaned up and now my room is clean and my desk is clean and there's less clutter on my desk, so it makes me like be able to like see my planner stands out to me, because I always leave my planner on my desk anyway, but it kind of stands out to me when there's not a whole bunch of other stuff on there. So I tend to check it more and like, you know, refer to it more throughout the day, I feel like, than I was, especially when my desk was so messy and I could hardly find anything on there. But again too, is that whole kind of like just getting back into like a good routine of things, and just having a more cleaned, organized space has helped a lot with like, you know, again, keeping me kind of organized organized as well, and like other things, not just like, oh, my room's organized so I make sure to put things away. It's like I also stay organized with my time and my planning and like those kind of things as well. So, but anyways, I'm gonna take a shower and get to bed, so I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog, possibly with a Meyer haul. But if you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, I'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see y'all for some Jenny pieces tomorrow. So bye guys.